vision, you control your outcomes.
Very good. I told them there's circumstances that are always around you. Like you, like me, there's circumstances around all of us. These are the things of a lower nature. You've got to go to a higher nature if you want to see something new. But if you do not have the faith and the belief in yourself to take yourself up to that higher nature and to dream, what you would like to see, your faith, your belief falls back down to a lower nature, and you stay on track, and you work with the circumstances around you. You mix and you mingle with the people, with the circumstances around you, and you play with their desires, and you play with their wants, and then you let the circumstances control your behavior. Things of a lower nature, and there's things of a higher nature. You decide. You decide. You can decide how much income you want to earn. You can decide the lifestyle that you want to live. You can decide the home, the house, the car, the people that you will surround yourself with by working with your creative imagination. And I said, you three cannot deny what you see today. Because what you see today was first a vision in my imagination. And you heard me talk about it until it's come into reality. And all I did was work with my imagination and work with the vision. That's all I've done. So this is why it's so important to build a dream, to have a definite end. Yes?
Yes.
If there's no vision, there's no direction. And there's no direction, then we become the plaything of the things around us. Anyone else on takeaways on what I'm saying? Any reflections on your life? Any of you have children? What is one of the most important things?
Having children, it makes you aware of what you are doing, saying, and everything that's around them, and really trying to bring in nothing but good information, positive confidence, all that kind of stuff to instill those traits into them. And also really encourage for them to be very imaginative in the things that they want. So just really watching what we're doing around them, because that in itself is going to be what they're taking in.
Very good.
One thing that I got out of the video that he had said was, your expectation is a magnet and it will attract to it like nature. So good or bad, it makes you stop and think of what you're attracting and into your life, just thought alone, you know. So that in itself, you can create the life you want if you just stay very focused and have that faith that you know it's coming to you.
Auto suggestion again.
And expect it, yeah.
What were we talking about prior to this? That there's a recorder in the background just running, and it's whispering in your ear, unbeknownst to you, whether it believes you can do it or not, and it's telling you what you're going to do. And if you don't take over that wheel and start auto-suggesting your own beliefs and take on your own behaviors, guess what? You stay right on track. Any other takeaways?
A big one that I don't know if anyone noticed it, but he's using the stick person, the plus and the equal sign. And on the plus side, if you ever look at the drawing of it, it has faith on the right, and then to the left it has disintegration. And when we come into spirit itself, it's always wanting to express itself. So if we're not expressing the thing we want and expressing the desire, we're suppressing it, and then we hold it from ever coming out.
And by suppressing spirit, what are we doing?
Starving it.
Yep. We start to get angry inside. And we continue to suppress it. It turns into what? Dis-ease. And if we continue just to suppress it, that negative energy, what does it turn into after dis-ease? Depression.
Disintegration.
Depression, then disintegration. A lot of people don't know what depression is. It's a suppression of negative ideas. It's a suppression of an expression that wants to express itself, but you keep playing with negative ideas, and you keep suppressing those negative ideas. You keep suppressing negative ideas. It turns into depression. Because you're not releasing, and you're not allowing that perfection to express itself. He's depressed. She is depressed. They're suppressing negative ideas. Everything is just ideas. I took an idea, and I've changed a lot of people's lives. Accident? No. It was the vision. It's a part of the vision. And what I've been doing is demonstrations of the vision. Let's look at what he said. Always had a desire to achieve something big. Can you imagine if you just started to do that? Always had a desire to achieve something big. What would happen? Something would be building inside. But guess what you have to do? You cannot paint the picture until you dream it. That's what I was telling my children this weekend. I cannot paint your picture, much less dream it. It's each individual's responsibility to express the possibilities from within. But it can only be a possibility from within if you're seeking to express something. And normally an individual will never... Go ahead.
Hey, wouldn't that kind of, you can't paint somebody's picture, but wouldn't that kind of fall into auto-suggestion with you painting the picture for them to help them figure out what they want?
Yeah, it's a repetition of it.
Okay.
Till they finally start drawing on their own. They finally start dreaming. They will never seek expression until they desire a thing. Our job is to help people find their desires. What is it that you want? This word expectation is seeking expression. What do you expect?
What are you giving yourself permission to do?
Yep. When you get up in the morning, what are you expecting to happen? How many of you said nothing?
If we say nothing, then if I say nothing, I don't put it on anyone else. If I say nothing, then my day is going to be nothing.
You realize something. If there's
Yes,
nothing, what was the realization?
I'm not going to accomplish anything.
Yep.
You're not going to move forward in your life, in your visions.
Yep. Or there was no vision. Imagine that. Or there was no vision. You men are saying this because your perception, both of you men have a vision. Do you know how many people around you that do not even have a vision? What are your thoughts on that?
On my side, I think I am aware of that. But I'm also aware of when you give people glimpses of your vision, glimpses of just making a vision for themselves, sometimes you can see a little spark.
Oh, yeah.
And when I see that little spark, then maybe there's more auto-suggestion. Then there's more purpose on establishing certain things for them to enhance a vision. That's the way I look at it.
But there's also a lot of people that you talk to, you think that they're going to get it, but all you see in their eyes is a backfire. It just dwindles out.
Sure, absolutely.
It's just a loud pop, and they're done.
What's the gift?
You've got to want it before you see it.
Yep. And you got to want it just as you breathe. What was Einstein saying when he said the intuitive mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant? We have forgotten the gift. What was he saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
The intuitive mind is a sacred.
Mind is always spirit guiding you. That intuition is going to tell you if you're going in the right direction, and it's going to connect to that universal mind, and it guides you. So when you learn, he's pretty much saying people are not doing that because we become servants of our everyday life and really haven't been decided. So we should do it the other way around, where we stay in the imagination, creation, and go from there instead of letting circumstances dictate to us what we're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Very good. There's two paths. Two paths. Two paths for everyone. There's a path for a lower state and one for a higher. The lower state is no dream, no vision. You look at the circumstances around you. Always looking at the things around you with no dream and no vision. Two paths. And again, there's two paths today. You're fixing to get started in your day. And guess what? 95% of your day is subconscious. So that means 95 of your day right now, you're fixing to start. You think you're consciously thinking right now. You even think that you're thinking. But 95% of your thinking is programmed. What do you need to do?
You need to go through them thoughts and figure out which ones are important.
Yep.
Which ones are going to make you move forward.
There you go. And line up the ones that are directly in alignment with the target. If they're not directly in alignment with your target, guess what you're going to go do? Very first thing, you're going to go find the busiest work you can find. The thing that, think about it this way, and I say this all the time, and I've done it. How many times did I spend my day spending my time for things of a lower nature? When I say that, things of a lower nature, things that did not pay me for my worth. Think about that. How many times a day do you go put your hands on something and you're doing something of a lesser job that you shouldn't be doing because you don't want to let it go? Whenever your time could be doing something much bigger, a higher state, that's going to pay you more, and it's going to bring more revenue in. And instead you go and find the thing of a lower nature to go take up your time.
Bad habits.
Bad habits we don't understand. How many times, think about this, how many times do you go through your day and you'll go find the busiest work to keep you back in alignment with the lower nature? The thing that keeps you stuck.
That's your programming.
That's the program. I had to slap my hand and say, we're not doing, what is your time worth? Work on the company. Don't work on, you're gonna want to go put your hands in it open. Don't go and put your hands in there. Your time is more valuable. So you're wanting to trade your time for an hourly job. Stop doing that. If you keep wanting it, if you want to go up here, but your actions are down here, you will never meet. Because you still want to put your hands on the things that no longer serve you. You got to let go. Let go. Do it, delegate it, or ditch it. Let it go. You've hired the people. Let them do their job. When you find people that are doing their job and they want to go to a higher nature, you're going to have to train them and teach them to do the same thing. Why?
So they can grow.
So they can grow, because they're not going to want to let go. I already know what's going to happen. Subconscious mind kicks in. You automatically want to go do things of a lower nature. But you don't want that anymore, do you? What's the gift?
Creation of the imagination.
Yeah. Deciding. I can select the images that I choose to work with. I can select as a gift. Looks like we're past our time.
The video that we had watched today, we'll go ahead and start finishing it off within the next 2 days. I would say it's a lot of information, not only that, but also a lot of other information in there that will leak over to what we'll be teaching next. So make sure you're paying attention and perceiving it differently every time, and be open to receiving different information.